Hey, what's going on? So this is a little out of the ordinary. It's just me, Kr0nus. Um, we just got the verdict back for the Derek Chauvin trial for the murder of George Floyd, and I wanted to give my honest thoughts about what happened. So, what it was like to wake up this morning, like pretty much any black and brown person here in America, was knowing that there was a possibility that this guy who we clearly saw murder a guy for 9 minutes, over 9 minutes. Possibility that he might have gotten off and, would have gotten away with this. And that was a possibility in all of our minds. And none of us really want to think about it, but we've seen it happen before. We've seen so many times with, police brutality where the police officer gets off on, either vastly reduced sentencing or, which could still happen in this case, or, is found guilty of nothing after brutalizing somebody or possibly, killing them. And having to wake up like that and be like, I don't know if this guy's going to be found guilty. It's fucking disturbing that's even a possibility when we all saw what clearly happened, and then to see all these excuses come out from these people with like no compassion or empathy in their mind at all. Oh well, he was on drugs, or oh the latest one was the exhaust pipe, or you know some other crazy nonsense that was all refuted in the trial. To be honest, when I was watching the trial, so I watched parts of it, and seeing the evidence come out, the further evidence come out, made me even more angry than when I first originally saw the video of Derek Chauvin murdering George Floyd. So for me to see all that, and I still have it in the back of my mind, just thinking that, hey, this guy could still get off, like could be exhausting. And after, they just announced that he was guilty on all three counts. So it's murder in the second degree, third degree murder, and second degree manslaughter. Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, like, I'm glad that justice got served. I mean, I guess it was good to see him put in handcuffs. I hope that somebody doesn't murder him for fucking 9 minutes while in custody, over 9 minutes while he's in custody, But I'm sitting there thinking, that this system that we have right now with policing, it needs to be fucking changed. It's still a problem. Even during this trial for police brutality, we still had, over the past year, it seems like there hasn't been a single pause in police brutality here in America. I'm just being honest with you. From everything that I've seen, Jesus Christ, we just got somebody get shot in the chest by the police officer because she thought that it was a taser, which is like, I mean, a handgun and a taser feel drastically different, so whatever. You've seen all these other cases of police brutality, and then when I bring it up, I have some people that I know are things that I read on the internet, and people talk about, well, it happens to white people too. I mean, that's even more of a fucking problem. That's just more fucking people. They're people too. You understand? Yeah, I get it. It happens to white people. I watched a video the other day of some 73-year-old elderly lady with dementia who forgot to pay for something that wasn't even like $10, and the police brutally arrested her and dislocated her shoulder. Is that okay with you? Like, how was that even a fucking excuse of somebody saying that it happens to white people too? So if you know that happens, that's more people. Why aren't you more on the side of police reform? Why? Like, seriously, they're brutalizing more of us. What the fuck? Where's your excuse in this? It happens to come more towards people of color. But yeah, I understand that it happens to white people too. Like, nobody said it doesn't happen to white people. Like, we get that. But that should put you more on the side of having some sort of police reform when you're having these heavy-handed physical altercations with police officers when we're paying them to protect us. And what I was thinking about as, Derek Chauvin is getting, after he got handcuffed and he's getting taken away, he's going to be, put in police custody, he's going to prison. Good, But at the same time, I'm thinking, like, the kind of reform that I want to see in America would include what happens to Derek Chauvin. Like, I know people want him, Is the death penalty still around? Like, I'm not for the death penalty anymore. I don't want to see him I don't want to see him just go away for life. Okay, I understand that that's like it's easy to say. Oh, just throw him in a hole forever. I don't. If I'm fighting for a system that I want to see change, the change that I want to see in the system would not involve him going to prison for the rest of his life. I don't think that's meaningful to the community that he's broken. I think what's more meaningful is for him to actually repay his community, and you don't do it from a fucking hole. Okay? I want to see him actually feel at least sorry about what he did, apologize to the community that he's destroyed, apologize, look at the family of George Floyd, look at them all in their faces and apologize for what he did by having them have to watch their son get murdered by him for over 9 minutes. All right? I want to see him get rehabilitated because obviously if he doesn't understand that he did wrong, he needs to be rehabilitated to at least understand what he did was fucking wrong and why. That's what I want to see happen. I want to see him actually repay his community and understand that what he did was wrong. Until we have something like that happen, we're going to keep seeing shit like this. All right? Because usually when I talk about, police reform, I think that the vast majority of crimes in America shouldn't even be fucking crimes because most people that are in jail or in prison are there for minor drug offenses, which I don't give a shit if you decide to get high. It's 420 today. A bunch of people are going to get high. But when it comes to like actual violence, yeah, obviously if you commit a violent act or murder or something like that, yeah, you deserve to do some sort of, you need to get removed from society to get rehabilitated. And that should have been the outcome of prison. Like, I don't understand why we just decide to just punish people instead of actually trying to rehabilitate them. I don't want him to go to some fucking shitty prison where he's going to get ass raped every day. You know what I mean? Like, that's like ass raping shouldn't happen in prison. This shouldn't happen anywhere. Raping shouldn't like. When I realized that my mindset was wrong when thinking about prison, it's like I used to think like that too. Yeah, fuck him, let him go to prison, let him get ass raped. It's like, hold on, but we already know that raping people is fucking wrong. So why would you want that to be done to somebody else? Like, how's that going to help them at all? How's that going to help the community that he's done wrong? Where's the upside to that? It's just him getting punished in horrific ways. Yes, there needs to be punishment, but he needs to repay his community in meaningful ways. And yeah, I know there was some civil suit of millions of dollars that got paid to George Floyd's family. I'm pretty sure. Correct if I'm wrong. I'll look it up after I drop this video. But where does that money come from? The money doesn't come from Derek Chauvin. It doesn't even come from the fucking police department. It comes from the community that he's wronged. How the fuck is that justice? How is that fair? It's coming out of taxpayers' dollars when they're not the ones who did it. It's the system that did it. That's where the money should be coming from. Maybe then they would actually think about, hey, maybe I shouldn't brutalize the population that I'm being paid to protect. If it's coming out of my pension, if I fuck this up and I horribly injure or murder somebody, or if it's going to come out of our police budget. But that's not the way it is now. So there's literally, where is the justice in that? The fact that he can do this to a person, but he goes away for a while, and the money that's getting paid out to the actual people that have been affected by this comes out of society's tax dollars and not from the police department that allowed it to happen. And people just want to think about him as just like one person. Yeah, it's not just him that did it. There was 2 other officers that were on top of him. They were on top of George Floyd. And there's another person protecting them all. They're protecting citizens from actually doing the right thing by stopping a guy from murdering another guy. All 4 of them are kind of pieces of shit. I mean, seriously. I understand the 2 officers, 2 of them that were there, they're rookies. But hey, man, like, there's no excuse. Like, once you knew that he had no pulse, and you said, hey, he's got no pulse, and then Chauvin just sat there, he's like, no, it's okay. The guy's fucking dead. He's dead. Like, what is the point of why wouldn't you render aid? That's the main reason why this dude got charged with murder and why he's going to jail for murder, is because at no point in time did they look at George Floyd as an actual goddamn human being. They just saw him as, I don't even know, like, how could you still degrade somebody after they're fucking dead? Like, seriously. And these are there was 3 other police officers there that they were fine with that. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. He's dead. Let's not render aid. Let's not try to save his life. Fuck that. He said it's okay, so I guess it's okay. That's some real fucked up shit right there. That's some real fucked up shit right there. But yeah, so I guess some justice is served, but we're still seeing people get brutalized by the police. So until the system changes, this is just a modicum, like a small little molecule of fucking justice, of things that there are other things that need to be changed, that needs to happen because of this trial, and it's more than just Derek Chauvin going to jail. So I'm not going to try to rant for too long. That's all I got.